The Transtheoretical Approach versus the 12-Step Program by Bridget Wadley. The Transtheoretical approach can be used to understand how ready a person is when it comes to changing their behavior to a healthier one. The stages of the Transtheoretical model are as followed: pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance, and termination. People that fall in the pre-contemplation stage do not plan to start the healthy behavior within the next 6-month time period and do not see their behavior as unhealthy. During this stage, one could think about the pros and cons but see more cons. In the second stage, contemplation, individuals plan to start the new behavior within the 6-month time period. Their pros and cons weigh about the same. During this stage, one can go back and forth and go back to the re-contemplation stage. Stage 3, preparation, is when a person is ready to start the healthy behavior within a 30-day period. Positive motivational thoughts from family and peers can really influence one to go forward with their goal, in this step as well as all of them. Step 4, action, is when a person changes their behavior within the last 6-month period and works or needs help to keep moving forward. In this stage, one may learn ways to fight the want to go back to old habits. For example, one who is trying to quit smoking cigarettes could use hard candies or gum to replace the cigarettes. When they feel the urge, they could reach for something else instead of a smoke. One may also refrain from environments or people that could tempt them to relapse. Stage 5, maintenance, is when a person changed their behavior more than 6 months ago. Termination is when a person has no want to go back to their old habit or as a way of coping in the future. A person has recovered. The 12-step program's first step is admitting that the addiction has taken over your life and you are powerless against it. The second step is believing a higher power can help. The third step is making the decision to turn your control to the higher power, in which God will take over our will and lives into His care. Stage 4 is when we invent a new version of ourselves. Step 5 is when we admit ourselves to God, to ourselves, and to another human for what we did wrong. In Step 6, we accept God, for He will then remove the wrongs we have done. In Step 7, we ask God to remove the failures. In Step 8, we create a list of people we have hurt in the process and wish to make amends with them all. Step 9 is when we go forward and make amends with all who wish to accept it, unless making amends will put ourselves into danger. Step 10, we admit we are wrong. In Step 11, we start meditation and prayer and continue to use it for a positive coping mechanism in the future. We pray that God's power will be with us as well as His knowledge. In the 12th step, we carry this message to others who are struggling and continue to practice these steps. The contemplation stage in the theoretical model is similar to the third step in the 12-step program because in each there is ambivalence and pros and cons. Either way, one has to decide to quit or not. The difference is the 12-step approach has a person asking for God or higher powers' help and has a person digging into spirituality. Steps 5 through 9 in the 12-step program can relate to the action stage in the theoretical model where they have changed their behavior but is still in the process of moving forward. Steps 5 through 9 in the 12-step program, a person is asking for God's help and forgiveness, along with making amends with relationships that were damaged during this process. The maintenance stage is like the 12-step program in steps 10 through 12 because a person is continuing to work on their behavior and spread their knowledge to help others struggling in the community around them. The termination stage in the theoretical model isn't like the 12-step program, however. The termination stage suggests a person doesn't have interest to go back to the old habit and that the person has recovered. In the 12-step program, a person can't recover. They're in recovery until they die. Which do I prefer? I personally like the transtheoretical model better. In this model, a person doesn't have to believe in a deity, pray, ask for forgiveness, etc. If someone isn't religious or has no desire to be, I don't believe this model should be forced on someone or suggested. I think someone should be able to choose what is best for them. I believe the transtheoretical model is also better because a person can recover instead of being in recovery until they die. To me, the 12-step program still carries some stigma around it because telling a person that they can't recover can be like writing them off. A person could have the mindset, why bother if I can't completely recover? Also, one could argue that failures are what makes you who you are, and you learn from your mistakes. So, to ask God to remove them could be a mixed message. Some people also have ethics or morals that you never admit that someone or something has power over you, which the 12-step program suggests, and contradicts yet again. Thank you for watching!